Hi, welcome to Let's Talk. Today I'm joined by Alex from the Circle Mobility. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, not a problem.
I think it'd just be good for people to hear all about what the Circle Mobility is, Alex. So could you tell us a little bit more, please?
Yeah, so currently the Circle Mobility focuses on providing a range of mobility aids for hire. So our current fleet has some wheeled walkers, some mobility scooters, and then we have manual, self-propelled and electric wheelchairs.
Okay.
They're all free for single day hire. And then we do take donations to support the service, but it's not an obligation. So to come in and just use the equipment, it is free. And we're also currently in the process of adding a range of electric bikes that have been adapted to suit people with disabilities. So they're on our way into the service as well.
Wow, sounds great. What a good range of things you've got there, Alex, within the Circle Mobility. And where is your premises, Alex?
So we are stationed behind the Overgate Shopping Centre. So if you're on foot, the easiest way to get to us is down the ramp beside the Debenhams car park, or if you're in the Overgate, the corridor across from Muffin Break next to Fuel. That takes you straight out the back of the centre, down the ramp, and we're the big concrete building that you can't miss.
Okay, that sounds good. Great. Now, how do people access all then, Alex? What's involved if people want to get in, if people want to come along and get a piece of equipment?
So when you come in for the first time, we do ask you to bring two forms of ID. One of those needs to have your address on it. So, for example, a license or a letter dated within the last 3 months. Then the second piece of ID can be a debit card, a bus pass, just something that matches the name on your first piece.
Okay.
When you come down with that, we'll sign you up for a membership. The membership is free. It's just simply so we have your contact details.
Okay.
Once we've gone through all that and you've read the terms and conditions and we filled out all the paperwork, you let us know what equipment you're looking for. We'll give you a demonstration of the equipment that you're hiring, and then you are good to go.
Sounds very easy.
That's the hope, definitely.
Yeah, it sounds very straightforward. I mean, the forms of ID seems to be, it's nothing complicated people need to bring in. And you did say it is all free. Obviously, it's a donation is welcome to keep things ticking over, I presume. But yeah, so, and you said it's for a day hire, is that correct, Alex?
Yes, so if you're hiring it only within our opening hours, which are 10 to 4:30 every day, if you're only using the equipment between those hours on one day, then it is free. If you were wanting to hire equipment for longer than that, there is a small cost. So currently for most of our electric equipment, such as the scooters and the wheelchairs that are electric powered, we can't facilitate multi-day hire on them. Unless you were, for example, staying in a local hotel. We typically just say a blanket, we can't offer them multi-day, but if you were to contact us and discuss your situation, we could maybe make it work. With things like our manual wheelchairs, our self-propelled wheelchairs, our walkers, and we now have a new electric wheelchair that can break down into components. We can offer those for multi-day hire. So for the walkers and manual and self-propelled wheelchair, you are looking at £10 a week, or if you hired it for a month, it would be £35 for the full month. And with that electric wheelchair, it is quite high tech. It breaks down to 4 bits. There's lots of bits to it. So that is £40 per week, or if you're hiring it for the full month, it would be £120, which levels it out about £35 a week. So we definitely try and work within what you're requiring it for, the length of time and your sort of price point that you need it for. We typically say a 2-month standard is the longest hire we would do on equipment, but if you had needed it for like an extra week or something, you could contact us and we definitely try and work with you, but we just sort of say a blanket 2 months max, just to maintain equipment for other users that might need it.
Great. It sounds very accommodating, Alex, and like I said before, very free and to access. Now, I can imagine sometimes that people might need equipment, say, every so often, maybe one day a week for appointments and things like that. Is that something they could do as well? Could they just be in touch to say, we're looking to have a wheelchair for this day once a week for the next few months or something? Is that something that's doable as well?
Yeah, we actually already have a core set of regulars who have like their booking days, and they have the equipment that they prefer. So if you are someone that is going to be regularly using the service, we can even take down equipment preferences. So all of our equipment is numbered. So if you came in 3 separate times, tried 3 different pieces of equipment, and you went, I actually prefer this 3-wheeled scooter, it fits my needs the best. Is there any way I can sort of have that every Thursday? We could absolutely accommodate that. What will happen is it'll go into our bookings register, and that way whoever is working on that day will come in and see this equipment is bookmarked for this person, so don't give it out to anyone except them. And then we just try to accommodate whatever people need, because we understand what might be one person's perfect machine might be another person's dreaded machine. So all for people just trying out. You can even come and try a few different ones, because we do have different sizes as well. So you can try and figure out which one is best for you, rather than me going, here's your scooter, you get no options, see you in 3 hours.
Yeah, no. And I think it's, equipment's changing all the time as well, isn't it, for people? So I think probably the ones that I've used in the past with my family members has been the manual stuff, not me. I've never used electric before. So it's good to know that there's obviously that option for you to try things out before you take it out and things like that, making you feel comfortable with it. And I suppose your people who you're probably is in a caring role, for them to feel comfortable using it with alongside that person as well for some needs. Is that correct? Yeah,
definitely. So especially we have some people, for example, might come in with a carer, and the carer actually signs up on behalf of the person requiring the equipment if they're not able to. So we're also accommodating in that respect. So in terms of accommodating trying out equipment, we have a secure car park around the back. It's undercover. So it's basically underground of the Debenhams car park. We have that space where if someone wanted to try it out without worry of being seen or out of just a bit of anxiety, they have a private space there they can try it. And then in terms of accommodation outside of that, if someone, for example, isn't comfortable reading a large, higher form, we can absolutely verbalize it to them. We're also in the process of getting audio versions of them made. So if somebody wants to do it through emails, we can send them the audio file. Makes it easier rather than them having to read 2 pages. Or if someone is not able to fill out a form themselves, but they require the equipment, if they come with a carer, a member of family, someone that can assume responsibility for the equipment, we're absolutely happy to fill it out in their name in regards to you. So that way you're not limited by your abilities, or if you're not dexterous or you're not comfortable writing, things like that. There's so many different things that can affect someone's ability to sign up to something and use something. As long as you're able to use the equipment, we will accommodate to get you on that equipment.
That sounds good. And I mean, I think it's good for people to know that there's not a rush here. You're not expected to go down, be given this equipment. Here you go, see you in 3 hours, bye-bye. You've got all that support along with it as well to make sure people are feeling comfortable with it. They do know what they're doing, because it could be, people do probably get a bit anxious thinking, oh God, if I do something wrong, what's going to happen? Or so it's good to know they do have that time beforehand to get that kind of overview of what it's all about, and to make sure they're comfortable and the person using it as well is comfortable too. So that's good to know.
Yeah, definitely. We also have our phone number attached to every piece of equipment. And as long as you have the equipment in a single day hire, there will be someone in the office. So if you had an issue with the equipment or something didn't feel quite right, you can phone us, and what we'll do is we will close the unit and we will come to you. We will bring you a replacement piece of equipment if you require it. So for example, if a tire got a puncture and you're down at the V&A, we would bring a new piece of equipment down to trade you off so you can continue your day without really impacting your plans. And then we will take the other piece of equipment back. We will work on repairs, get it serviced, whatever we need to do. But our aim is that you can continue your day's plans as intended. So we have phone numbers on everything, and we have email addresses. If you need to get in contact with us, it's not a problem.
That sounds good, Alex. So Alex, just to recap, please, when can people access the service? What times and what days, please?
So we are open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If somebody needed equipment a little bit earlier, like 9:30, I needed it back a little bit later, maybe 4:45 or 5, you can absolutely give us a call in advance and just let us know, and I'm sure we'll be able to accommodate that for you.
Perfect. Well, it sounds great, Alex. It's good to know that we have got this service within the centre of town that people can access for their jaunts around the town, for shopping, but also for other appointments that they may have as well. I know it's quite difficult to source these types of equipment nowadays from different places. So this is good for another signposting for people to know where you are and how they can get involved if they need some type of equipment to help them about.
Yeah, definitely. Our aim is just to be, it's so good that we're so central, because when you're the doctor surgeries, the retail parks, even down to the V&A, so even tourism, people can come from Glasgow and such, hire equipment, and they can go and see the V&A and the Urban Beach It's just a case of we have no limits for what you need to use it for, as long as you use it within a reasonable range of the city centre.
Yeah.
And we also aim to have no limits to access us, so we don't require you to have a blue badge or anything. It's just, if you need the service, you are welcome to the service.
Sounds fab, Alex. Thank you. And
Thank you.
for people watching this, we will pop details below for Alex at the Circle Mobility. So if you do want to get in touch to find out a little bit more, please do so by call or by email. There is a general leaflet too, and a wee flyer that will pop in the comment section as well, just to give you a bit more of an overview about the Circle Mobility. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me today, Alex.